To continue, we have very short na lang gid nga discussion on chapter 21. We have the next bacteria, Acinetobacter. We have the important species Baumannii and Elwoofii. Okay, they are also ubiquitous, considered as opportunistic pathogens because some are normal flora to our body. Second to Pseudomonas aeruginosa in terms of frequency in causing infections in humans. They are strictly aerobic, oxidase negative. So not all here yung mentioned the oxidase positive in chapter 21. They are catalase positive and non-motile. They prefer lower temperature between 30 to 35 degrees Celsius with a pH of 5.5 to 6. Okay, so for additional properties of Acinetobacter, so that's it for Acinetobacter, as I mentioned, short lang. So again, only those that I have mentioned in my recordings ang included lang gid for your assessments, and basically amo lang ni sila ang mga major tagid common nga bacteria that need to be further discussed gid. Okay, so next we have Stenotrophomonas maltophilia. Stenotrophomonas, so you have the idea now that it's commonly found in stents, no, mga artificial or prosthetic devices. It's the third most common after Pseudomonas aeruginosa. Next is your Acinetobacter. Siya ang third nga common nga non-fermenter causing disease in humans. Also ubiquitous and common man to cause nosocomial infections. The single most important factor again nga magkaamo kani nga bacteria is venous catheterization, or amo na siya ang mga foreign body implantation. Actually, former name niya is Pseudomonas maltophilia. No? So, nanbago na siya nga name. Also, oxidase positive, negative, oxidase negative but catalase positive. There you go. That's an example of a central venous catheter. Okay, next, Burkholderia, formerly known man as Pseudomonas cepacia, Malay, Pseudomallei. Now they are recategorized under the genus Burkholderia. Okay, so they are low-grade nosocomial also nga pathogens. First is Burkholderia cepacia. Okay, it's most often associated with pneumonia, especially in patients with cystic fibrosis, just like Pseudomonas, or patients with chronic granulomatous disease. CGD, or chronic granulomatous disease, is a disease of the blood common in children wherein your white blood cells are able to phagocytose bacteria but they are not able to break them down. Okay, so mas kadelikado man siya or fatal na disease because the patient could die of sepsis kaya hindi mabatuan sa iyang white blood cells ang bacterial infection. We have the following recommended selective media for cepacia. We have Pseudomonas cepacia agar. OFPBL is oxidative fermentative base polymyxin B bacitracin lactose agar. Then we have BCSA, Burkholderia cepacia selective agar. Okay, so it has also a weak, slow, positive oxidase reaction. Medyo delayed lang siya nga oxidase positive. And also produces a yellow or green pigment but non-fluorescing. Okay? Nan. So that one is oncetrimide agar but wala siya ka-fluoresce. Okay? So Burkholderia cepacia. Second Burkholderia species is Burkholderia malei. This naman causes glanders, which is basically an infection of animals, so zoonotic disease ni siya, especially affecting horses, donkeys, and their babies, mule. No? Ang bata sang horse nga babae and donkey nga lalaki is called a mule. Okay, so common na siya sa amuni nga mga sa equestrian nga side, no? Equestrian nga side. So glanders is the infection. So for humans naman, it causes local suppurative or acute pulmonary infections. Okay? So glanders is more of a necrotic siya, no, nga gangrenous man nga skin infection among our horses, donkeys, and mules. Okay? And the third is Burkholderia pseudomallei. This naman niya causes melioidosis, which is also another pulmonary disease, granulomatous nga disease. It can be due to ingestion, inhalation, or inoculation of the organism into our system. Pneumonia, again, is the most common presentation, but it mimics that of tuberculosis, ang X-ray result. Okay? So, wrinkled colony, especially an Ashdown agar with deep pink color, and capable man siya of bipolar staining or safety pin appearance. Okay, with an earthy odor. Na, the same lang, no? So, may amo man na siyang appearance on your X-ray result. So, hindi siya distinguishable with your tuberculosis. We call those mga chalky, mga granulomatous lesions on the X-ray result, or basically in the lungs. And that's the wrinkled deep pink colonies on Ashdown agar, the fungal colonies. Okay, and lastly, we have Moraxella and Oligella. These two, Moraxella we mentioned together with Neisseria. These are cocci, but they are gram-negative cocci, often seen by pairs, no? So diplococci. So both of them are strongly oxidase positive. Moraxella is non-motile. Former name is Branhamella catarrhalis. So Moraxella is also included here because Moraxella is, diba, a saccharolytic, if you can remember. And Oligella is the same, similarly looking with your Moraxella, often paired man siya. And gram-neg bacilli siya, yeah. Do coco bacilli lang, that looks like a cocci. Okay? And also often seen naman siya from the urinary tract infections. Okay? So I think that's it. Very short naman lang gali, no? So that ends our chapters 20 and 21. And of course, you know na the drill. Next week we will have a quiz. It's on Monday. We will have a quiz on Monday for your chapters 20 and 21. Merged na lang sila since short man lang nga chapters. So both I will assess on Monday for your next quiz. And that's it, guys. I'll see you in our next recorded lecture.